have an update for you. There is an update. We have to update you continuously because the traditional media is not ready to do this. So we, the youth of Africa, we have to take it upon ourselves and do this on our own. So we are all at war front. We are all at battlefront. We are fighting this battle, on our own. The traditional media is not ready to let the masses know what is going on in Burkina Faso, what is happening in the Sahel region, all the orchestration, the agenda, the propaganda. The traditional media is not ready to let the masses know. It is the duty of I and you to use our platform, to use our medium, social media, to change the narrative, to voice up, to fight this battle, so that when we grow, our grandchildren will not come and blame us, as we are blaming our parents today that they were unconcerned during Gaddafi's time, they were unconcerned during Thomas Sankara time, they were unconcerned during Patrice Lumumba, they were unconcerned during Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, as we used to, or we have been blaming them. This is this is our time. And now the battle is in front of us. What are we doing? Yesterday I posted a video. I think maybe in case you've not watched it, you can go to our YouTube channel. It's over there. You can go and then check it. The BBC have done the survey and they are monitoring all these platforms discussing Ibrahim Traore. They don't understand why is Ibrahim Traore now a conversation all over. Why is everybody discussing Ibrahim Traore? Why it seems all the platforms, Africans, both at home, in the diaspora, why is everybody discussing Ibrahim Traore? The BBC and some institutions don't understand. So they took their time to delve deep to, conduct a research, and they are back with statistics, and they came out with countries leading the conversation, leading this Ibrahim Traore conversation, countries leading, and Nigeria happens to be the countries topping the conversation. So it tells you that we are fighting our own battle. So it is another time again. I'm gonna host one of our brothers over here, Official Survivor. Majority of you knows him already, and we're gonna update you, let you know all going on at the Sahel region, particularly Burkina Faso. Now, 3 days ago, there was an attack on Burkina Faso. You know, when Ibrahim Traore left Burkina Faso to Russia, these people thought he's out of the country, and for that matter, they can do whatever they want, behind him. But they had no idea that whether Ibrahim is in Burkina Faso or not, Burkina Faso is fully prepared. And what happened will shock you. Keep in touch. We will update you all here. So keep on liking the video as we are waiting for my guest. Keep on liking the video. Once you join, keep on liking the video for me. Let's have this conversation this evening. When we talk of human rights, the West, America, their narrative for Africans when it comes to human rights is whereby we have an election, having multi-party system for these parties to operate in the country, having election to vote in and vote out people just like that, for them to come and then squander the nation, for them to come and loot and share the nations, the resources we have, so that they can have a deal with them and then benefit from our resources. That is their narration and their definition of human right. So they don't believe, or they are not ready to allow any military leader who takes over and then put the development and the progressiveness of his country at first. When we talk of human right, the proper definition of human right is whereby the people have their basic necessities, their basic needs in the country. That is the true definition of human right. When we talk of human right is whereby the people, the masses, the population, the citizens of a country get access to good education. That is human right. When we talk of human right, it is whereby the resources of the land is being utilized very well in the development of the country to the benefit of all the people of that country. That is human right. When we talk of human right, it is whereby the people get access to potable water, people get access to good health care, people get access to good roads. That is human right as well. Let me see if I have my guest here. Let me see. Fantastic. I have my guest here.
You are welcome. Okay, Lawrence, thank you so much for joining. Everybody who is joining, thank you so much. As I was telling you, we are going to have the nation's uncle, and here he is. He never fail, eh? He is the nation's uncle, like we call him the nation's uncle of Ayao, like the nation's uncle. Now we are changing the name. He's now become, Africa's uncle. The nation's uncle. Respect. How are things going?
Survivor, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm doing doing marvelous. Yes. What's going on your screen?
First of all, let me first welcome all your audience, and let me first of all congratulate you. This is a congratulations in advance, because in the next few days, Official Survivor will be 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and this
Oh, you are watching the okay, yeah. We are close to 100k. We are close to 100k, bro. The support is real.
I want to be the first person. I want to be the first person to congratulate you, because
Thank
I
you.
know it's not easy. You've done a great job. You've done a marvelous job. To build such community on YouTube is not an easy job. So, family, respect. Let us all give kudos to our brother. In the next few days, you will be 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you are
Solid
here and you are not a subscriber yet, make sure you go to YouTube and then you search for Official Survivor Media or Survivor Media. That's all. Just type Survivor Media on YouTube and be part of the community on YouTube. Over there, Survivor will give you all the geopolitics, all the information, accurate, whether in French, in Hausa, in Mapusi. He will translate it for you accurately. Survivor, respect.
respect. You are doing you are doing a marvelous job, amazing job as well, and you should commend you for that. And if you go to YouTube, he's there, the nation's uncle. Once you tap nation's uncle, you see his profile there. He's doing amazing work over there, and so try your best and follow him. If you're not part of his community, you are missing a whole lot. I can assure you that. YouTube actually is one of the toughest platform to build, but since we have decided to do it, and with Ofaya behind us pulling the triggers left and right, we'll build it.
That's right. So, Baba, this evening, I want us to have an in-depth conversation about what is going on, particularly in the Sahel region, and from the angle of Burkina Faso, particularly. I know that is your field. On the field of play, as a football team, we might all be in one team, but everybody has their position. We have defenders, we have midfielders, we have attackers. So it means we might be one team, but there are specific positions for specific people that they are very good at that place. When it comes to you, this conversation about Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, you are very in-depth over there. And this evening, I want, with the help of what you know, I want us to update our audience. So I will be throwing to you some few questions, and you will be helping us with deep details and information for us to be updated about what is going on in the Sahel region. I hope you are ready for that.
Great. Thank you so much. I think this is the kind of conversation we should be having. Looking at the time we are living in, it's a revolutionary time. So we need to champion the revolutionary message. And this is how we are winning the war. We don't have any weapon to fight the war. The only thing we have is our voices. And I tell you, it's working. It's really, really working. Our presence on the media at least is giving, you know, is giving headache to people somewhere. I mean, superpowers. They are afraid of our voices, so we are not going to stop. They created the social media to spy on us. We are now using it to expose them. That's just what it is.
Yesterday I came across BBC post. I even made a reaction about it. BBC have done their research and they've been able to come up with countries talking about Ibrahim Traore, and then a specific post, the number of posts they've made, and specific influencers talking about Ibrahim Traore, and to the extent of the number of posts they've made on their platforms. And I'm like, these people, are you serious? Are you monitoring all the conversation going on? Are they doing that to scare some of us, or to scare us to stop that, to stop talking about Ibrahim Traore? Or what I mean, what do they want to achieve?
Yeah, so that's you saw it right.
Yeah.
One of the thing, the fact of the matter is that the conversation surrounding Ibrahim Traore, the man has become, first of all, the youngest president and the most powerful president on the continent of Africa. And I would say one of the most powerful presidents right now, the most talked about. When you check the internet, his hashtag is massive. When he broke the trend of hashtag, because the moment you put his hashtag, even if you are talking about different topic, you have engagement.
Wow.
It got to the level where his name is the most searched on the internet. The president that is, being spoken about in the entire world. So the man came and affected everybody. And the problem that the imperialists are having, which is the reason why they are trying to find out and then pulling these things out, is because the agenda they are trying to push, they come to realize that there is a generation that is actually pushing back. Because these days, because of us, people no longer listen, thanks to Timo Media. Thanks to Timo Media. Timo Media have opened our eyes to see what the Western media is about. It was through Timo Media that a lot of people's eyes were open through TikTok. Timo Media is the father of this particular conversation when it comes to the lies of the Western media. He came out
when it comes to Ghana, we were all much concerned about our local political conversation.
Exactly.
Timo Media switched to the geopolitics. Yeah, continue.
Exactly. So when I came into the system, and then Ibrahim Traore's first speech in Russia caught the attention of all the Pan-African platform, and then we said, no, this is the message. This is what we need. And this is the reason why they are monitoring African content creators together with people who are outside. The reason why they are monitoring properly is because to see where you are championing your message to and how they can counter it. So it's just about manipulation, because if I know your stand, I'll know how to, face you. If I don't know your strength, because if you want to fight an opponent, you need to study your opponent to understand his weakness and his weak point. The strategies. You need to even go and watch some of his the opponent. If you are in a ring, you are going to fight somebody, you need to go and watch some of his fights that he fought in previous time to see how the man is fighting, and so that you can know how to stand against the man. So this is what they are doing. And when you look at their narrative these days, I'm telling you, it is direct counter attack to how we are how we are putting Ibrahim Traore up there. They are tackling everywhere. And you see, there is the conversation they pull out right now about these individuals who are publishing about Ibrahim Traore. We should be very careful about it.
Okay.
They include their people.
Okay.
So it's a form of advertising this platform for you to trust, for people to trust that, oh, okay, this platform, they're talking about Ibrahim Traore. Ofaya is talking about Ibrahim Traore. So BBC pull it out. Then it's a trusted platform. Tomorrow, the day Ofaya will say, hey, Ibrahim Traore is evil. A lot of people are going to follow that because BBC confirmed them. So Their people are in there. So we should be very careful about that analysis. Honestly, it's a dangerous thing.
You've opened my mind to that angle as well.
It's a dangerous thing. It's a game. So
Because
in the next
all those on that list, I've never chanced on any of their videos anywhere. But all of a sudden, they came up with those platforms.
so it's a trick. They wait for the meantime. So to get to some time, you check BBC. BBC will begin to pull out some narrative about Ibrahim Traore, and they are not going to speak as they are publishing it. They will pick from the platforms that they pull out today. Some of this platform they will be quoting, which will be saying certain things that will be giving, negative mindset about the military leadership. Because these are the platforms that are talking about him. So, and this is what they are saying now, kind of thing. So it's just a way of, one step ahead, preparing the ground. So we are waiting for them. We are ready.
Wow.
So that's the reason why they are monitoring us. It's not to project. They put it out there, but it's a groundwork that they are doing. It's just to prepare the ground.
Finally, audience, the viewers, please kindly go ahead and share this conversation. Whether you are watching me from Official Survivor Media or you are watching me here right on the Nation Anchor, go ahead and share this conversation. My people, we have to do this. These are some of the conversations we have to be having, because the battle is we are the battlefront now. Official Survivor, have you monitored or have you observed this thing? The traditional media is not talking about this. It's not discussing anything concerning Ibrahim Traore in the Sahel region. Have you observed that?
Yeah, I've observed that, and I know the reason why. When you check, for example, our traditional media, how do you call it? TV3. When you check the award given to them, they are top, how do you call it? Journalists. The people who are ranking TV3 and giving them award, and people who are, putting them, I don't know what is English to use, but ranking them, to give them award. Last time one of the DC received some award, and all the awards are coming from the Western side, BBC, CNN, this Western award, organizers. They are the one giving them the award, and so they're in partnership with them. So you don't expect them to go that way.
Okay.
They can't go that way unless you don't want to take award. If you want to go that way, just know that there's no award for you. So you must put certain things that will favor them, and that is how they continue to give them award and ranking them as, and they are going forward. You understand? So the moment they begin to go in our direction, it's just going to be against them. So partnership will close. They can't give you award. You are against us. So you begin to see that those who you are competing with in the media game, they will tend to those people and be giving them award, even if you are performing better than them. So the award is not about you performing better. It's about you being on our side. Let me give you an example. Donald Trump, they were asking him a question. So the journalist asked a question about this thing that is happening between Putin and Ukraine. Then he was ready to be rude immediately. Then he asked, which media are you coming from? And the guy was like, BBC. And then he cooled down and gave proper answer. So the media houses, they are in collaboration in a way, and you can't go certain directions, which is the reason why our media houses, they can't go this direction. No, it will go against the ethic code given to them by the people who are giving them the award.
In fact, this conversation is going to expose a whole lot of things for you to get clear understanding. So if you are here, don't go anywhere. Make sure you keep on liking, tapping on the screen, and then share the video. Vicky, thank you for sharing. And those of you here, keep on liking and then keep on sharing. If you have a suggestion or if you have something, something to add up, you put your comment at the comment section. I'm gonna read. If you have a question for Survivor as well, you put it at the comment section, and I'm going to ask you after. Survivor, let's get straight to my question. Today I have a lot of questions for you.
Are they for you? Which is the reason why we are here.
Sure. Recently, we saw our president, African leader, Captain Traore, in Moscow, in Russia. Why did he go to Russia? And what was the mission in Russia?
Yeah, so Russia is celebrating or was celebrating their 80th anniversary of their victory over the Nazis during the Second World War. And invitation was sent to Captain Ibrahim Traore. So when he received the invitation, Burkina Faso people, everybody giving me hype in the comment section. I'm seeing you, Burkina Faso people, just like us, we don't want the man to travel because for now, this is the only president. When he's traveling, we are all afraid.
Yeah.
If Togo president is traveling right now, whether he come back or not, I don't care. Museveni is traveling right now, whether he come back or not, I don't care. Whoever is traveling, even one of the greatest Pan-Africans we have today, Julius Malema, if he is traveling, nobody actually really care, you understand? But Captain Ibrahim Traore, so the Burkinabés were not even interested in him going. The authority, yes, the authority need to release a statement. A press was released to let them understand that no, for the relationship we have with Putin, under no circumstance should we reject this. You know, we need to go. And he went. Lovely family, let me put something on record. Africa is actually rising. Ibrahim Traore went to Russia. He did not just fly and land in Russia.
Okay.
The man flying in the air, he moved in convoy. Moving on the ground, he moved with convoy. What we know, you see, this is how Ibrahim Traore did not link up with Russia because Russia is the best, but because of the respect. You know, we call something mutual respect. You respect me, I respect you. Mutual benefit. You benefit, I benefit. Which is the reason why he turned towards that end. African leaders, when they go to the West, even Ramaphosa in 2003, yes, Ramaphosa and co came back from Africa-US summit. They were complaining. South Africa president, so Ramaphosa was complaining about respect. Ruto was complaining about respect. Ramaphosa was complaining about how they view them as beggars. How do you call it? Akufo-Addo was looking for money for reparation. You understand? Yeah. So when they move and they get down there, do you know what they do to them? According to their own words, I'm not the one saying this. This is not my opinion. The African leaders are saying that anytime they go to the West, they will pack all the African leaders in a school bus like a school children, and then they will take them to their venue. But Ibrahim Traore went to Russia. An aircraft from Russia must come and pick him. You dare not approach him. Like, that is the most important person at that very moment. A lot of people went there. Even the Baltic airspace was closed against some leaders. People, great leaders went there. But this man, the way he was invited as a distinguished guest, meaning he is different from everybody. All the leaders that are coming, you are guests of honor, but this guy in particular, he's a different person. He is the only president that they have to take aircraft from Russia to go and carry him, not with with convoy. So he moved in convoy, he land on the ground and move on the ground in convoy. When he got there, all his requests before Putin, even at the table, some were being granted with immediate effect. On the table when he was requesting. You understand? So they give him the highest form of respect. His security was top priority. African leaders, they go to the West, they have been disrespected all the time. So with the respect that they put on him and the relationship with Russia, Russia is doing everything possible to make sure that Burkina Faso stand, or this young man stand as the most powerful president coming from Africa.
Wow.
I'm telling you the truth, because military equipment supplying to fight the terrorists, the West, they ban Africa from accepting, how do you call it, of using certain weapons. They come here, take the resources, create the weapon. At the end of the day, you cannot use the weapon. You are prohibited. So Ibrahim Traore, when you turn to the East, which is Russia, China. Once you have money, whatever weapon you need, they'll give it to you. But the West, when you have the money saved, they'll tell you that this weapon that you can't get it. Why? Because their watchdogs are there, which are some of these guys that are disturbing the regions. You are going to use it to finish them, so they will not give it to you. You understand? So because of the respect, and one of the main reasons why Captain Ibrahim Traore, the one key reason why he have to go there is because the celebration is in direct connection with what he is doing, revolution.
Okay.
The victory over the Nazis was the beginning of Russian revolution. So he is in the same fight, and these people that he is in connection with Russia, they fought that battle and won it. So it's kind of motivation to go there.
Wow.
You understand? So which is the reason why he went there?
Fantastic. Now, during his visit, I learned he had a one-on-one meeting with Putin.
Yeah.
And the language barrier, Putin spoke in the Russian language, which we were lost, and Ibrahim Traore spoke in French. I am not familiar, or I don't understand French that much, but the little like I was able to understand out of his communication with Putin is that he is not there to beg for aid. He is there, or he is with him for mutual partnership. I know you are very good in French. In summary, what was Ibrahim Traore's message to Putin?
Honestly speaking, I've never seen a leader in Africa. I'm yet to see a leader like that who can just go straight to the point, what he need, mentioning it to one of the most powerful leader in the world. Captain Ibrahim Traore, just like 2023 when he went to Russia, he did not miss his words. He was specific, and the man is having a very high hard disk. Like his memory level, I can't comprehend. I can't handle it. I mean, I need a script to be able to go that far.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. Like he has a very big notebook in here. It's like the man is moving with AI. He doesn't watch on paper or nothing. Even Putin was watching.
He doesn't read from a script.
Putin read to him. He spoke to Putin directly. Ofayao, he was so specific. Mr. Russia president, what we need is very simple. He called him comrade. That word comrade became a headline. It became a head. Oh,
Ibrahim Traore calls Putin comrade.
Comrade. And that word comrade, when you go to the Western media, it became a headline. I pass everywhere. That word alone, that one alone, it became a headline. It overshadowed in the Western media. That word alone overshadowed everything he even asked Putin. So he was specific on being independent. It's like, Afaya, I'm coming to you tomorrow. I'll come and take. How do you call it? You take me, and I will come to you, and then I take some fishes from you. You go and cook tomorrow. If finish, I'll come again. Take some fishes from you. Go and cook. No, he's like, you see how you are fishing here. Come and teach my youth, in Burkina Faso, so that we will be fishing. We will not come here again. Now, one of the things he said is that he said, look, Russia is already in a battle with, these guys. I know you would like to put this on YouTube, so I'll not mention their name.
Sure.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to ask too much. Come in here and be asking. What he needs is that the school that you have in Russia, that you are producing you are teaching people how to produce weapons and things. We want that school to be replicated in Burkina Faso with full facility, everything, so that our people can have hands-on skill.
Yeah.
The factories that are producing these things here, we need it. So everything in Russia, he's looking for. He's kind of like copying and pasting that he want. He doesn't want to be coming and be asking, buying weapons from you. No, he said we want to start producing our weapons. So train our youth. Additionally, the youth whom you have given scholarship, and from Burkina Faso, they're in Russia. They are learning how to, they are learning science and technology or whatever it is they are learning here in regards to artificial intelligence and weapon manufacturing. Please, we need you to double the scholarship for my people. He was specific, like he was very we need you to double the scholarship for our people so that we can have more people here. When they learn, they go, we can duplicate whatever you have here, because you are already at war and we don't want to be coming here be worrying you.
Yeah.
So he was specific about showing me how to, fish other than giving me fish. He was also specific on science and technology, because that is where the weapon manufacturing is. He was specific in that direction, because this is a country that is under threat. And through the help of, Russia, I can say that they are doing a lot when it comes to these terrorists. These days, they are no longer using, soldiers on the ground. No. There is drone in the air monitoring everything, and then we drop it on them. Boom, 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 boom. That's what we are seeing these days. You understand? And so he was specific in asking about Burkina Faso being independent and doing the things that Russia is doing the things that attracted them to Russia. So he was specific on being independent, not dependent. African leaders, they go to the West, it's about money. Let's take money. We take the money, we spend it, we'll come again. They use us, our name, our image to go and borrow money, eat it, we pay back. Sometimes, as we are paying, they will be taking our taxes. We are not even done paying. Before they get to the half, they'll go and take another one again. So every time that there's load on us, he said no. He doesn't want money. All he wants is transfer of skill. That's what he went for on the table. And right on the table, Russia immediately more than double the scholarship there before he got up.
Wow.
Yeah. Before he got up, Putin replied back. That one immediately said, no, if that is what you want there, Russia will more than double it. It means that we are not going to give you double. We'll just do it more. And he said that as they are giving the scholarship and doubling it, they should not worry. A time is going to come, they themselves, Russia will no longer give scholarship. They will sponsor their people to come and, study here. A group of youth, they will sponsor themselves. This one, Russia is giving them the scholarship. He said, no, we will sponsor our people. So transfer of knowledge and transfer of skill. That is what Traore went for, not dollar for his belly. Yes.
Family, I think you are enjoying this conversation. Have you shared this video? If you've not shared, make sure you share this conversation, you share this video. We are enlightening and then updating ourselves so that you don't get deceived. There are thousands of wolves out there portraying to be sheep that are deceiving the masses. So time to time, we will be coming your way with such conversations so that you will understand what is going on. Understanding is one of the most important things in life. When you understand the trend and how things are going, it is not easy to be deceived or for somebody to deceive you. And for that matter, I think this conversation is very, very fruitful. Now, Survivor, telling us what Ibrahim Traore put it. We've all heard how to build weapons, how to build nuclear plants, how to start manufacturing our weapons. Why is Ibrahim Traore much concerned about weapons? Why?
Yes, because he said it in the speech that the fight that they are fighting is not about terrorism. It is a fight imposed on them by the imperialists. And these terrorists, these are people that they don't manufacture weapons. Who is sponsoring the weapon to them? Who is giving them the weapons? It's a question. Who is giving them the weapons? And the goal, he understood the goal of these people. Look at Libya, that is the goal. Look at Congo, that is the goal. And I'm telling you, if Burkina Faso fall, Burkina Faso will not rise again.
Wow.
That is a fact. When you check Congo, when Patrice Lumumba got up, the moment they take him out, they make sure that the place is completely gone. When after Gaddafi got up, because they don't want that thing to repeat again. So they will make sure that the place is gone completely. When you check, how do you call it? What's that? Burkina Faso. I mean, it took Traoré to pull the nation out of what is happening there. You see, so if Traoré do not take time and we lose this revolution, it will be difficult for Africa to rise again. The end goal is to make sure that the terrorists take control of the place and make the place completely destabilized, so that there will be way, of stealing resources away. Somalia. Somalia. Go to Somalia and see what is happening. Before Somalia crisis began, Obama, they make inquiries. I even posted a video of that on my YouTube page. Obama gave a speech. The speech was very simple. Of all the researches that they did, they realized that Somalia is one of the richest when it comes to mineral resources that can make weapons, artificial intelligence, electronics, and whatever it is. Somalia. Then, Bodo, problems start from there. Up to now, Somalia doesn't have peace. So when they see resources in your country, they want to use these guys we call terrorists to seize the country. So Traoré have to concentrate in wiping these people out and securing the nation, because these people, as Thomas Sankara said, they are bad students. The bad student, they are a kind of student that you sack them, they come. You sack them 100 times, they come 100 times. They are like goats. Goats, you can be sacking goat from eating your this thing. You sack the goat 100 times, the goat will be coming 100 times. Unless you pour water on the goat. Apart from that, it will be coming. So that is how they are. So the nation Burkina Faso need to practically be secure. Why is it that, Burkina Faso is in the same line with Russia? Look at Russia. Russia is much more involved in security, military pillars, more than this artificial and building cars like China. You know how China turned the whole world into market. But Russia is much more concerned. I mean, their focus, when you share it, 60% of their focus is on military capacity, because they know that the enemy is advancing towards them each and every day. The goal is to make sure that they don't exist. The same thing is happening there. So the first thing Burkina Faso need is security. When you are secure, then you can be able to think of what to do next. If you are not secure, how do you party? You can't party when you are not secure. So you need to be first of all secure. Even when you are going to get a house, the moment you enter the house, the first thing, you need a gated house to make sure that you have security. That is the first thing, even before thinking about, even when you are going, you need to make sure that the place you are renting or whatever it is, security first. So that is the motive, which is the reason why he's more concerned about the weapons. Because he knows that even like China like this, China is, the whole world, this thing, is a producer. But they're still after China, all this while. If not because of military capacity, they would have invaded China and Russia a long time ago. You understand? So these people also, they are, so it's about, this is the world. You need to be military strong to survive, because there are some people up there, they are thirsty for blood. They are thirsty to, destroy. So you need to be very serious in building your capacity. Because you have something they want, which is the resources. Unless the resources finish. But once it's there, forget. Even if Burkina Faso develop like Dubai today, if they are not military strong, they can be invaded tomorrow. So military is the first priority of Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Wow,
Because
fantastic.
one of the things is that the only language the superpowers understand,
Yeah.
that is the only language they understand. Gun.
Yeah.
They don't understand negotiation, paperwork. You do paperwork and then you put something agreement. No, the only language they understand is the language that the North Korea leader have been using. You see, the North Korea leader, as for him, he doesn't want problem. He doesn't provoke anybody. He concentrates on his country. Once in a while, he will test one of the new missile. It will fly through the ocean. It will become a big news. Why is he doing that? He's trying to tell everybody that I have it too, and it's working properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the reason why. So every time there he's making a statement telling them that, oh, we have plenty. You see, we are even wasting some. So if you fuck up,
Don't bring your stupidity here. If you mess up, you will fuck you up.
don't use your reggae to come and disturb our rock music here. So that's just what. So that is the only language the world power understand.
Thank you so much. I'm very, enlightened or deep. I've gotten everything. Family, I hope we are all enjoying this conversation. Go ahead and share this video. Keep on liking this video. And in fact, we are about to delve deep. Now, Survivor, I think last 2 months or last month, we all saw one, how should I even describe this beef? One black food being called General Lang, who came out to make certain claims about Ibrahim Traore. And you and I, we all know, you are my Jima, thank you very much. You are my Jan, thank you very much. And you and I, we all know that these people, they don't just say something and then say it just like that. Whatever they say, they have a plan and they will make sure that that plan works. Even if it will take them to eternity, they will work towards it. Just the day General Lanley came out to make that statement, we all saw the flames, the fire flames that African youth, Africans, both in the diaspora, in the Caribbean, in America, in France, on the continent, we all saw how everybody came out to General Lanley, came at him, tearing him left, right. Because he mentioned something about Ibrahim Traore. So far, after that statement or after that claims from General Lanley, do you have any information of any steps that they are making towards that mentality?
Yes. So it's a good thing you brought this. I don't know how many of you heard that Burkina Faso has been attacked already as we are speaking.
Just 3 days ago, we heard that.
Yeah. So this is it. First of all, let me talk about AFRICOM, where General Lanley is he's a general. He's in charge. Okay. And AFRICOM is a military joint, according to the narrative, between African military personnel and the United States partnership with them to fight terrorism. And the general they put on board is an African. Why? To make it look like African is in charge of African problem. The man is a black man in skin, but mentally he's a white man. He's a white man in black skin. Let me just put it that way. General Lanley. So, the same people, tomorrow I'm going to break the whole thing down, but since this video is concerned, I think I need to tip it in, you understand?
Sure.
To understand what is happening. When General Lanley was facing the Congress, it was almost the same thing that Obama did.
Okay.
He was requesting ammunitions. I don't know how many of you pay attention to the speech. He said, the terrorism rise and whatever it is that is happening in Africa, especially the Sahel. When General Lanley, AFRICOM, I don't know how many of you remember here on TikTok, they did some reforms during some time ago, about some few months ago. And I was telling people here, warning people that that reform is a target against the Sahel. But that time, General Allen didn't say anything. I did not even start my YouTube page to even talk about it there. It was here on YouTube, on TikTok. Then I said, no, this reform, how these people are going. I read the entire article about the reform. BBC pulled it out, CNN pulled it out, The Guardian, all of them pulled it out. And it was the same narrative. So when you read from the top about how the AFRICOM has structured to deal with terrorism, then you feel like they're about to deal with terrorism truly. Then when I was reading, then I was like, hey, these guys are going to the Sahel. I was reading, looking for the Sahel, looking down, last minute. The conclusion is especially the Sahel. That is the conclusion of especially their target, the Sahel. And I said, hey. Then I came here and I broadcasted that, hey, the Sahel is on target. And then after they are done with the reform, Afaya, are you there?
I'm here.
Good. Be shaking your head so that I will know that you've not frozen.
I'm an attentive listener, so I'm listening attentively.
Yes. So after they did their reforms, I think African countries, each of them contribute soldiers to the cause. I think Ghana, Senegal contributed, Kenya contributed, all of them contributed. They met, I forgot the place that they met in, and you know, this agenda of these people is to go and they are going to deploy soldiers to go and fight terrorism, especially the Sahel. And they make sure that all the news media houses publish it. You understand? But when I was reading it, I told you from the beginning of the headline, I said, hey, this is about Sahel. At the end of the day, before I finish the article, it is Sahel. I pick the next one, the down one, the last minute is Sahel. And then General Lanley now came out. They want to use brutal force. So the narrative is about painting Ibrahim Traore to look bad to the Congress. And the moment he said those things, that they are using the gold and whatever it is to protect themselves, and then the congressman was like, yeah, okay, so what? From what you are saying, it was acting. Everything was already said backdoor. They just came to act in front of the camera to carry out the agenda. They never knew African youth can, rise up like that. So the congressman immediately that, oh, from what you are saying, it means Africa is in trouble. And he said, yes. Okay, what do you need? Then he started. We need whatever jet, we need missile and machine, we need this and this. Weapons that they can use brutal force in the Sahel. Yeah, arsenal, asking for heavy weapons that they are going to use. Then, for whatsoever reason, we don't know what happened. Julius Malema came out against him, pulled out the hashtag. I called the protest all the way from YouTube, and it went all over. Before I came back to TikTok, somebody also was here, set the date, and it happened. Traore did not call any meeting with you, any African. Bao. Traore did not call meeting with anybody, but somehow anyhow the man he unites us without even saying a word to us.
Yeah.
So it blew up on their faces. Now they are now in they are hanging now because they can't use the military force like they use how do you call it, Obama to do. So what have they released right now? Al Qaeda. The contra is now given to Al Qaeda because the new attack right now is Al Qaeda that went to attack Burkina Faso. And let me put this here. I hope Ofaya will cut this part and share it across, please.
Sure.
Please. The new attack that has begun in Burkina Faso, there are narrative from the Western media that is going to connect to it. This is just to hype what is coming to happen. Now, anytime there is attack from Burkina Faso, please, if you don't hear from the Burkinabe authority how many people die, don't listen to the Western media. These people, if 2 people die, they will tell you 200 people die. If 200 people die, it means 2,000 people die. If 2,000 people die, it means 2 million people have been displaced. They will exaggerate the figures in such a way that...
We heard that Burkina Faso military have unalived 130 civilians. Is that true?
And so Al Qaeda is now giving the nod to go in because they can't allow this to happen. This is a serious battle. We are talking about it slowly like that. The truth is that what is happening in Burkina Faso, the West can't get their hands off that place because the liberation of these three nations alone, France is shaking already. The economic gap in France right now is too big, and they are looking for ways to fill it. You understand? And the reason why they are not going to allow Traoré, or they don't want to allow Traoré to succeed, is because he is influencing the rest.
Okay.
So if you don't take time, this is going to be a movement that will cut across, and it will be the end of the Western imperialism in Africa. Gaddafi said it. Gaddafi started it. They did not come to Gaddafi or come against Gaddafi because Gaddafi was focused on only Libya. No, he was influencing the rest. He was calling meeting and then dragging the rest of African leaders and preaching the message very. Say, hey, this guy, what are you trying to do? If it's about your country, you can concentrate on your country. But if it's about everybody there, you can't do that. They have to take him down. So it is a fierce battle. They know very well that if they take Traoré down, no African leader will try to rise again because all of them, they are puppets. So it is Traoré that is even giving them the courage a little bit these days, to boss up and having the courage to even be talking a little bit and then trying to show their head and all that. It's Traoré. Because they saw that this is a young man that is doing it. We can also do it. You understand? So the next agenda is that they are going to use these guys, Al Qaeda, to start attacking Burkina Faso. And the good news is that Traoré is well prepared. That is a fact. In every battle, some soldiers will die from this side, some people will die from this side. But he promised already that Burkina Faso will be the cemetery for the terrorists if they don't want to go. He said it. He said Burkina Faso will become the cemetery, the tomb of all the terrorists. They will bury all of them there. So the fact of the matter is that this Al Qaeda group are going to be sponsored with weapons that they need to, cause catastrophic and all that. The West are not going to be involved directly like what they wanted to do when we stop them. But this time, can we protest against terrorists? No. You can't protest against terrorists. Now, this terrorist of Ayao, when you read the news, let me give this clue. When you read the news in the media, lovely people, pay attention. When you read the news in the media, the people that are giving the figure of how many people die, they are NGO, Western NGO organization, number one. Yeah. Now, forget Burkina Faso. Go to Nigeria. Their army general came out, was talking about the Western NGO who are sponsoring terrorists in his region, in Nigeria. Because when there is attack, terrorists attack people in Nigeria, the NGO group will come. They will come and treat the people who are attacked, and they go back and treat the people who attack the people who are attacked. Wow. And when you ask them, they say, as for them, they are neutral. These are the people that are tracking, and they call them they always track the movement of the online movement of the terrorists. Because they are in good connection and in touch with the terrorists. So we are dealing with the same thing here. Ibrahim Traoré also talked about it recently in a speech in Burkina Faso about these NGOs and these aid organizations. That no, something is not right with these people. Because some of them, the way they are behaving, they see them go into the terrorist zone and supplying food, aid, and things to the people that they are fighting. They will come back, and then the people that have been attacked, they are here also with these people. So who are they? So these NGO groups around us, these are Western hands or the imperialist hand, and they are also playing a major role in the destabilization of Africa, especially Human Rights Watch. The Human Rights Watch, their name is so deceptive because the human right, you see the thing, human rights. So they care about, and because of their name, they become very trusted in the eyes of especially Africans. because it's human right. They are advocating for human right. I'm telling you, these are the law protectors of the terrorists. They should get away from there. It's no human right there. Because since I've been reading news about terrorist attack in Burkina Faso, these have been the people. I mean, I don't know what Burkina Faso did to human rights, though, honestly speaking. Sometimes I think about it. I try to go deeper. I'm not getting it. Yes, sir. I'm not getting it. Human Rights Watch is on the neck of Burkina Faso. So the partnership with BBC, CNN, because we have been accusing BBC. Now BBC is very careful. Human Rights Watch will report it. BBC will report it also according to human rights. So it's not BBC. It's human. It's just a smartness. So the Human Rights Watch is a propaganda machine. And these are the people fueling the anti-narrative agenda against Captain Ibrahim Traore. One of the things you must understand is that whenever you heard that they said Burkina Faso unalive or military gone to a village unalive civilians, ask them, terrorists they wear military uniform?
No.
Do terrorists wear military uniform?
No.
No. We are talking about these guys that have been moving around in the name of Fulani. I'm not talking about Fulanis. We have original Fulanis. When you see original Fulanis, they have cutlass and bottled water. They have some big radio because they are bush people. Fulani don't use AK-47 and missile bomb and those heavy weapons. Why? What? You know what? Are you fighting dinosaur in the bush?
No, they are just after their cow.
You understand? So we are talking about this individual who masquerade as Fulani and they are full with weapons. Nigeria is just that the world is quiet on what is happening in Nigeria. People are dying in Nigeria. Now, anytime Burkina Faso army chase these people, unalive them quickly, Human Rights Watch will come and take those pictures, show to the media that they have unalive civilians, the Fulani community. They are not Fulanis. The people, terrorists don't have, unless they want to, they should provide the uniform for terrorists. They don't wear uniform. These are people who wear normal dress and then they have their weapons around them and unaliving people anyhow. Even Al-Qaeda that attack Burkina Faso right now, they were not in any uniform. These are just people who dress like Muslim. Meanwhile, they are not Muslims too. These are just individual. Burkina Faso leader called them bandits. He said they are bandits that the imperialists are using to terrorize them. Recently in Nigeria, they pack some of them from wherever, they put them inside with the bus that is taking the, how do you call it? The cow. The bus that is taking the cow to the bush. They fix them in with weapons. They are going to throw them inside the bush and they will be terrorizing people. The Burkina Faso, immigration officers have to arrest them and then send them. Stupidly, they send them back to wherever they are coming from. Instead of them to seize these people, finish them, they send them back and they will come back again. So we are dealing with people who are not wearing uniform. And but they are claiming to be Fulanis.
What I'm seeing here is, they are trying to then incite the Fulanis against the Traore.
Exactly. And some of the Fulanis actually have gone to join them. Because one of the things is that these people go and live separately in a bush somewhere. Okay? And from the bush they will come out. Even the Burkina, when they arrest them in Nigeria, the people said that's what they do. They are in the bush somewhere with women with them. They have women supporting them because the women are cooking for them and they are just living their life in there. They will come out, terrorize people, unalive people, and some people are taking care of them in the bush. You know them already. The imperialists. So they are comfortable there. And when the military is doing operation, sometimes these people are in agreement with the, how do you call it, the villagers. They got into agreement with the villagers. You expose us, we unalive everybody here. So sometimes you see them as villagers there. They are not villagers. They are terrorizing the people. And the Human Rights Watch and the imperialists want Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, or any other country to be negotiating with these people, not to be unaliving them. You have to negotiate with them, to come to certain agreement with them, for them to be in their space, for you to also be in your space. Anytime you want to go against the West in a way, they will come and attack you. Burkina Faso leaders say no, we are not going to allow that. It's either you drop your weapon or we bury you. So that is what is going on in Burkina Faso.
I mean, Survivor. After the speech or after that statement from General Langley, we saw him in Cote d'Ivoire few days after he made that speech. Now it brought Cote d'Ivoire into the conversation because we all know Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina shares border as well. So we started calling out to the president of Cote d'Ivoire, Teacher Eben, I see you. You're welcome. Rosti, I see you. Rosti said this guy needs a big platform, I swear. Yes, Survivor needs a big platform, and he has a big platform on YouTube as well. So you can check him on YouTube, on Survivor Media, and then you'll be updated whatever going on. Now, we saw General Langley in Cote d'Ivoire, and then African news started calling out the Cote d'Ivoire president, Alassane Ouattara, started calling him out because Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina shares border. And we know that most of the politicians that have run away from Burkina are also based in Cote d'Ivoire as we speak. Fast forward, recently we all saw that the US have donated 14 armored cars to Ghana, and I mean, telling or advising Ghana, or I mean, strictly telling Ghana to use these armored cars to protect their northern territories or their northern border. People are kind of like, is Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire allowing themselves to be used against Traore or against Burkina Faso?
All right. Thank you so much, Ofayao. So General Langley went to Ivory Coast, actually. So when General Langley went to Ivory Coast, according to the narrative that they put out there, it's about security and military strategy. Now, this is it. There is a message they are passing out, which has been the message for a long time now. The message is that Burkina Faso is now getting weapons and military support from Russia. If Burkina Faso becomes strong, your nation is a threat. It means one day Burkina Faso can just jump on you. That is the message they are passing out, which is the reason why nations around Burkina Faso, especially Benin, because these guys are not, excuse me, not Benin people or Ivory Coast people, no. The government of these two nations, they are not civilized. So it's kind of like using Burkina Faso to say that Burkina Faso is a threat to you. Even there's a man on TikTok here, Kofi, I've been saying it, that the weapons that Burkina Faso is buying, one day they can just jump on anybody at all. So they are putting fear in the rest of the nations or neighbors around you. They will not tell your neighbors that, oh, if you become military strong, or if Burkina Faso become militarily strong and then an enemy jump on you, Burkina Faso can actually stand on your back and fight for you.
Yeah.
Just like Ibrahim Traore, when they wanted to invade Niger, Traore said in a meeting that, look, he said, we are not going to help Niger to fight back. We are not going to stand behind Niger to fight back. If you want to attack Niger, you have to first of all go through us. When you are done, then you hit Niger.
Wow.
Yes, he said it. I know. He told them point blank that they want to come when ECOWAS and AU and co. There's no problem. If you want to come there, we will not stand behind them and be helping them to fight. And no. We are not going to even stand by them to fight you. We will be at the front line. When you pass us, then you can go to Niger and the back off. So they will not tell you that when Burkina Faso is military strong, when Mali is military strong, and an enemy jump on any neighboring country, these people can actually help you. But they will rather tell you that, hey, if this guy become very strong, you are at risk. One day they can just jump on you.
They come at you, yeah.
Exactly. So which is the reason why we have the borders also. Exactly. Divide and rule. Divide and conquer. Which is the reason why we have the borders. We close border against each other. Because, the narrative of Nigerians, they are corrupt. They do frauding. So we should protect ourselves against them. No, this type of nonsense must stop, man. This nonsense must stop. Now, That is the message that General Lanle went to, how do you call it, Ivory Coast to pass, to put on record. The defense minister of Ivory Coast went to Turkey. Turkey has been supplying weapons to Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso have been buying weapons from Turkey also as well, not only Russia. The defense minister of Ivory Coast went to Turkey and told the Turkish defense minister that they should not supply weapons to Burkina Faso again. Traoré revealed this in a speech in Moscow when he was having meeting with Sputnik. Yes.
Seriously?
Seriously. Now, let me come to Ghana. Ghana, if it were to be in the days of Akufo-Addo, the way I would be crying and shouting here. This is it. But this is how the whole thing is dangerous. You see, Boku conflict, I don't know, the people who have been joining me, if you can remember, if you can just remember, it's just a bad thing that TikTok, when you are done with the live session, after some days, they delete it. When Akufo-Addo was in power, the United States came and provide and give military equipment to Ghana to support in the fight against terrorism. This has been the narrative. There is no agreement signed to it. There is no paperwork hanging on it. They say we are just supporting you militarily. And I came here on TikTok and I say, family Ghanaians, pay attention. Once this weapon came on board, or once this military equipment hit Ghana, terrorism and instability is going to start germinating from the borders. Instability will start germinating from wherever. As I was crying here, especially on live session, I blew that trumpet like full one man that no, this thing that came on board, we should be watchful. You are going to be hearing terrorism here and there, people fighting here and there. Something will begin to happen. Brand TV is here. He said he remember. Brand TV here. Somebody is confirming me. I said no. All of a sudden, Boku conflict just went out of coverage area. We can't hold Boku again. Is it Boku? Is that how they call it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Boku, yeah.
Boku conflict went out. Our northern border has become a problem right now as we are speaking. Seriously, after this equipment came in, and now Mahama also came in, and then receive military equipment. They didn't say go and attack Burkina Faso, just like the time they give it to Akufo-Addo. They didn't say they should go attack Burkina Faso. No, they give it to them. When they are about to do something drastic, they need to give you first handshake as a friendship, so that when the thing starts, you can't blame them. Now, but there is a main reason why the United States actually give this equipment to Ghana. The main and prime reason is that it's a message to confirm the 8th April advisory level 2 that was issued to travelers not to go to Ghana. Women travelers should not go to Ghana because Ghana has become a crime scene according to the United States advisory level 2. Yeah. Even the moment you buy ticket, you receive email alert. You buy ticket coming to Ghana, yes, you receive email alert to tell you that you are going to a danger zone. So it is to tell the world that what we are telling you that Ghana is not safe is true. We are even supporting them militarily. Exactly. So when they send when the military equipment came in, it is all over. Now it is confirmed that Ghana is not safe. Even the United States is now supporting us militarily, and which is something that the Ghana government has said they messed up big time. They messed up. I understand the fact that we are choked or locked up in a situation or in a system where we have no choice than to be dining with the enemy with one hand and be doing friendship with our brothers at the same time. Because this system we are in, as if Mama decide right now, a system full of opposition to do something Pan-Africanly, the opposition would tear him up. So they also have, so we are choking a situation like this, but it is a disgrace to our image as Africans and as Ghanaians that the same people who are painting us to the world that we are a nation in crime, in crisis, and they even said our police don't respond to this crime whenever people call them, degrading our personnel, security personnel. In any serious country, the government needs to come out and issue a statement debunking or disclaiming that nonsense. Because who is coming to invest in Ghana after reading this from the United States and having a message of confirmation that they even support you militarily? So your acceptance is silently confirming that truly Ghana is a crime place. Don't come and invest here. We are not serious. So the military equipment to Ghana is not to attack Burkina Faso. That is not the case, but it is to confirm their message, number one. And the second one is that Ghana should be expecting a lot of things coming from the places that the United States mentioned in their adversary level 2. The moment they bring this, I know a whole lot of things are going to begin to happen in this country. That is a fact. You can't see. I will be confirmed again. I'm telling you, you just be watchful. Our security personnel, and they should just be watchful. Every places that the United States mentioned in the adversary level 2, that something is about to happen here in Ghana, something is happening here. They are hijacking cars and all that. They should be expecting something from there, because seriously, they are trying to protect their citizens from what is about to happen. If you doubt me, in the adversary level 4 given to Burkina Faso, we receive our own before Burkina Faso. The adversary level 4 given to Burkina Faso was hotter than ours. Guess what? The places that the United States mentioned, each places in Burkina Faso that people should not travel to, those same places were the places that the people who are about to invade Burkina Faso and do coup d'etat, the new foiled or thwarted coup d'etat that happened recently. All the people, the places that the United States mentioned, these are the places that these people were trying to operate from. How did they know? From the border of Ivory Coast all the way to the central region of the central part of the country, and then the presidential palace closer, all the systematically, and you wonder why. So all the places they mention, because the United States, they care about their citizens one way or the other in terms of these things. So since they already know what is about to happen, they warn the citizens in advance. But Burkina Faso also, they are also on high alert. That's a fact. So our government, they should know who they are dealing with. We are in this country, on this continent here of Ayao. The people who came to give us these military vehicles that we should use to fight terrorism in this country. In Congress, these people opened their mouth and said that their aid have been going to these people disturbing us. The same people they are giving us weapons to fight, they are sponsoring these people with one hand. So I use one hand to give you weapon to fight these people, and I use another hand to give weapons to these people to fight. So it's like they are breaching our heads together. It doesn't make any sense. After they made that statement in Congress, African Union was quiet. Meanwhile, African Union, you and the United States with all the Europeans, you are working to, to do peace work. Peace operation in Somalia, in Congo, in how do you call it, Sudan, in whatever it is, even in Nigeria, African Union. And the people that you are working with to stabilize the continent, these same people are saying that they are the ones sponsoring the people you are trying to, chase out of the continent. You are still working with them. So it simply means that we are not serious.
Survivor, we've done almost 1 hour 20 minutes now, and family, thank you so much for staying with us here. And those of you watching from Survivor Media, those of you watching on the Fire the Nation Anchor platform here, we've done over 1 hour, and thank you so much for being here with us. Kindly go ahead and share this video. What happened? If you have a question, if you have something to add up, you can put it at the comment section. We will read and then discuss it. Now, let's shift a bit from Ibrahim TR0UBLE Burkina Faso, because for what we all know, It is we have a Sahel region which consists of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Now it seems all the attention is on Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore. I want to ask because I know that is your food. Is Niger and Mali safe? Is everything okay over there?
Niger and Mali are not safe. So this one take us to how do you call it? The map. Burkina Faso has become a gateway. When you check, Niger doesn't have terrorist attack that much. The reason is that when you check the map, I'm trying to even project it if I can.
Okay, try harder.
Family, share the life for us. Share the life for us.
Sure.
Share the life for us. You know, when you check the map, it tells you the reason why Burkina Faso has become the prime target. Accessibility.
Okay.
It's about accessibility. Okay. Now, before the imperialists can get access to Burkina Faso, they need Ghana, Benin, Nigeria. No, not Nigeria. No, sorry. They need Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin. All right. And yes, these are a direct link to Burkina Faso. Apart from the Sahel region, I mean the AES region. When you take the AES out, the direct link to AES, it's like Burkina Faso has become the gateway to Mali and Niger. Now, I think I need to project this so that we can make good progress here. Anybody who agree, put 100 in the comment. And let me project this so that we can make good progress here. I think it will help us a lot. It's about accessibility. The reason why Burkina Faso is there, because you must break through Burkina Faso to get the work done very easy. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, people are putting 100 in the comments, so I think we are good to go.
I've seen people typing 100 over here too.
Great.
Yeah, they are following the conversation very well. Simon Royals, I see you. Rusty, I see you. Manas, I see you. Brainwash, I see you. Bro Innocent, Brogo, I see you. You're all welcome. Miyama, Jan, Kraka, Obama, I see you. Just one day, I see you. Also, if I ask him about the machines that was sent to France to repair some time ago. All right, you'll come to that question. What machine are you talking about? Survivor, are you aware of a certain machine that was sent to France to repair?
Yes, I'm coming,
All right.
A machine in France.
I mean, he's talking about a certain machine that was sent to France to be repaired. I don't know whether the machines were from Burkina Faso or what from those machines.
Yeah, so he needs to clarify for us. He needs to clarify so that we can be able to get exactly what he meant.
I've seen Amponsa Cambridge. I see you. Bro Innocent, I've seen you. Please, if you know you've not shared this program, kindly share this video. These are the fruitful conversations that we need to be having as an Africans so that we can understand what is going on. Our parents, our fathers were not much concerned during what happened during Gaddafi time, during Thomas Sankara, during Patrice Lumumba. They were not much concerned because they didn't understand what was going on. But I mean, thanks to nature being fair with us, we have all the available resources to understand whatever is going on. So kindly do what share this conversation. Bro Innocent shared the life. Bro Innocent, thank you for sharing. Just one day from Burkina Faso, the machines were from Burkina Faso to France. What machine? Is it military ammunition? Is it military machines? Be specific, bro, so that we can.
Now,
okay, we can see the map now.
Yeah. So if you check on your screen, you have Burkina Faso there, and Burkina Faso is sharing border with Ghana, number one, Togo. And on the other side, you have Nigeria. Nigeria is not sharing border though, but Benin and Nigeria are sharing border. So you have first of all, Ghana is sharing the red border with how do you call it? Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire is where I put that, that arrow there. Cote d'Ivoire is sharing the red border with Burkina Faso and Mali, which is the reason why sometimes Mali also receive attack, but Burkina Faso receive most of the attack. You understand? Now, Cote d'Ivoire is sharing border with Mali.
Family, can you hear me? I think we've lost survivor. We've lost official survivor. I know very well that these conversations on TikTok, the system and the algorithm will not allow these conversations to reach higher number of people. So please do what to share, okay? The number of shares we have here, it's not encouraging. The algorithm will not allow such conversations to reach higher number of people because recently they are monitoring all these platforms and they've started limiting our reach. So it will take massive sharing, massive like reactions for many people to get this feed. So kindly do well to share as well. Let me connect back with Survivor.
Sorry, the network flop up.
I know, yeah, I know.
Yes. So when you check on your screen right here, you see Burkina Faso. You need to go through Burkina Faso to get to Mali and Niger. The only side of the enemy, Cote d'Ivoire, let's say, is now a direct enemy, and Benin, these two.
Okay.
So Benin is a direct link to Burkina Faso, and before exactly, and Benin is sharing a little bit of border also with Niger.
Yeah.
But Benin is not playing too much role in, the terrorists. They are not in Benin that much. The plan are not champion from Benin that much like Cote d'Ivoire, because that is where Traoré has been speaking to about most of the time. Anytime he's speaking, he always mention, Ivory Coast. So
Yeah.
Ivory Coast is like a ground for Macron, all right, to champion agenda from there. If it got to a time, you see how they were getting closer to Akufo-Addo?
Yeah.
Because Ghana is a direct link to Burkina Faso.
Sure.
Are you getting the point? So, and when you check behind Burkina Faso, you see Mali and Niger there. So Niger particular is sharing border with only Nigeria and Benin. You understand? Benin is just beside Togo over there. So most of the attack always come through Ivory Coast border over there. Ivory Coast border linked through, Ghana side. That is where the whole thing always come from, which is the reason why Burkina Faso is receiving majority of the attack, because you need to go through.
That is where the terrorists are basing.
Exactly. And he even said there is a base there that they are training them over there. This is not according to my word, according to his own word. He gave in a speech. He said, there is a base there. He can confirm when the AES met for the first time. He said, the Ivory Coast government cannot deny there is a base there. They are training terrorists, and these people are attacking them.
Some people are complaining that they can't see the map well, so we are enlarging it a bit. Yeah, and yes, enlarging it. Okay. So those of you who can, now I think it's clear now. Where the red arrow is pointed is, Cote d'Ivoire. The red arrow, where the red arrow is pointed is Cote d'Ivoire, and you can see clearly that Cote d'Ivoire shares border with Mali and Burkina Faso, and then Cote d'Ivoire shares border with Ghana as well. So in the space of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, where they both connect with Burkina Faso, especially on the Cote d'Ivoire border, that is where the terrorists are based. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Ivory Coast is the direct house of the enemy. what they are using against the Sahel. But you can see that even so, Burkina Faso is like a belt or how do you call it? A breastplate protecting Mali and Niger. So Cote d'Ivoire, if you are throwing anything from, even Ghana, you are throwing something from Togo, you are throwing something from Benin, you are throwing something from Ivory Coast. I mean, Burkina Faso will receive majority of the blue before it get to the rest.
Survivor,
Eh?
we have Timo in the house. Timo, greetings to you, bro.
Hey!
Yeah, we have Timo.
Timo Media.
Respect, Timo.
I mentioned Timo's name from the beginning of the conversation. That all these things that is happening right now, Timo is the father of this.
Yeah, Timo,
I'm telling you, Timo is the father of this revolution. We came to know the trick of the Western media today through Timo. As for that, he was so loud on them. So it was Timo that open. If not because of Timo, a lot of people, the way they hate Ibrahim Traore these days.
Absolutely.
Looking at the kind of things that these people are putting about Ibrahim Traore. So Timo Media, you are bearing fruit, eh?
Sure.
You are bearing fruit.
Massive respect. In our next conversation, Timo will have to be on board.
Exactly.
Recently, he updated us that he got a problem with his phones. His phones were stolen.
Yes.
I don't know, but I know that definitely in our next conversation, you have to go on board. Timo, respect to you. You've done a massive job. You've enlightened us. You are the reason why some of us are interested in this conversation. You've done a massive job because you got to a point you have to put aside our local politics and then go
Exactly.
to educate us. So Timo, in fact, massive respect to you. You've done a great job. We really acknowledge you on that. Survivor, go ahead.
Yeah, so that is the reason why Burkina Faso is receiving majority of the attack, because they are, they are at a very strategic point. So it is not about who is not safe or who is safe. It's about accessibility. Okay. So Burkina Faso is easier to access, which is the reason why we are having the problem.
Fantastic. Recently, I saw a post, or I got the news and info from Mali. Assimi Goïta. Is he the one in Mali?
Yeah, Assimi Goïta.
Yeah, he banned all the political parties in Mali.
So he did not ban all the political parties.
Okay.
It was the Western media that used the word ban all the political parties.
Okay.
Now, the nation is going through revolution. Revolution is revolution. The political parties, the first question we should ask, even it's in the news, you should know who is behind the political parties in Mali. Human Rights Watch. Human Rights Watch is the one sponsoring the political party. So let me tell Africans, if you have any political party sponsored by Human Rights Watch, be very careful. Which is the reason why I don't trust Bobby Wine in Uganda. Although he's young, I understand that. He's a young man. Museveni is old. But if you put Bobby Wine and Museveni, I'll choose Museveni again. Even if Museveni, I'm telling you, even if Museveni is rolling on the ground, I'll still choose him over Bobby Wine.
Tell us what we don't know. Tell us.
Because Uganda, of course, Museveni, when it comes to governance, and he should go home and rest. Somebody should take over. That is a fact. But Museveni is somehow, anyhow, giving tough time to the West in how they should deal, how they want to have full access to Uganda. He's having a little bit of restriction on them, one way or the other. He is not a full Pan-Africanist, no. And he is not a full puppet too. That is a fact. If he's a full puppet, the Human Rights Watch will never, sponsor Bobby Wine against Museveni, because he's on good note already. Why do we fight our own people? So if you take Museveni, even if he cannot walk, he's rolling on the ground, and Bobby Wine, I'll choose Museveni. And because sanctions are on.
What is wrong with Bobby Wine?
Bobby Wine is being sponsored by how do you call this? Human Rights Watch, which is on the neck of Burkina Faso today because of their resources. Human Rights Watch is a Western hand.
Okay.
And Bobby Wine even said it that the day he will take over power, I mean, the sanctions that are on Uganda by the West, it will be lifted up. How is he going to do it? He will reverse the negotiation. He will go to the term, direct term with them, and then everything. They will have their way into Uganda fully. Museveni is restricting that a little bit. Honestly speaking, he's regulating it a little bit. With his leadership, the people are tired. Honestly speaking, he needs to go.
Okay.
But an old Museveni with a young Bobby Wine, when as a Pan-Africanist, if that's the case, Museveni should die there. Because looking at the kind of people sponsoring Bobby Wine, see, I'm telling you, the day Bobby Wine will come to power, you are going to see the full hand scale of the West in Uganda. It will shock you. All the bans will be lifted up. All the sanctions, rather, will be lifted away. Giddy, giddy, giddy. Because the guy is going to reverse a lot of things that benefit the West. I'm telling you the truth. In Uganda, they came to Museveni. Let me tell you this one. It's a little bit funny, though. They came to Museveni, and just like they came to Akufo-Addo and they said they want to put military base here. So there's something called the SOFA. The SOFA is the agreement between the host and the person coming to, put the military base in your country. So in the SOFA, when any citizen is being unalived by the military, by the US military, no court in Uganda or in that country or in Ghana can prosecute them. These people can come into the country unverified and leave unverified. Nobody check what they bring in, what they go out with. No.
Yeah.
They can destroy properties. There's no law in your country. They're above all your laws in your country, unless international law. So they went to Museveni. Museveni said, oh, this is a good idea to have this military base in my country. It's a good thing. Then we are going to do it like this. My people in your country, when they misbehave, don't prosecute them. Bring them to me. Let me also prosecute them, so that your law should not work on them. Let me use my law. So we can come on that agreement. No problem. You can have your military base. They say no. They say, you want... He said, so you want to enforce that law here. You don't want it to be enforced over there. Okay, let's do it this way. If my people there in your country unalive anybody in there, just like your people can just unalive anybody here, and I cannot prosecute them or do anything to them, my prison cannot contain them, don't imprison any of my people over there. You bring them here, we will imprison them. They say, Pao. Then ask them, can you allow Uganda militaries to come and set up their base in your country? They say no. Say, what are you talking about? Exactly. So Museveni somehow, at the end of the day, he has a little bit of small horn against the West. That's a fact. He has small horn against the West. So that is one thing about, Museveni. So the Human Rights Watch, anybody that the Human Rights Watch is backing, it's a problem. So in the article, you see the Human Rights Watch in every of the article being published about Burkina Faso, any of the article being published about Mali. So the political parties in Mali are being sponsored by the Human Rights Watch. Now, in Mali, before the military took over, there was agreement between the separatist group, which has become a terrorist. Let's put it that way. The separatist group, which has become a terrorist. Let's just put it that way. Mali need to go into agreement with this terrorist so that they can be in the region. They will not be disturbing you though, but you must come to agreement. So Algeria was the negotiator between them, between the agreement between Mali and the terrorists, with the help of France. So they structure it like Algeria. You know, when you check the map, Algeria is just sharing border with Mali. So Algeria is the mediator between them. The government came and said, exactly. And the Human Rights Watch, I'll say it again, I'll say it everywhere. Even if they take me to court, I'll say these are the protectors of the terrorists that we are dealing with. They always use the word Funani. No, they are not Funanis. You understand? So they are sponsoring the how do you call it, the political parties against the military. And they are launching a lot of campaigns from behind the political, you know. Assimi Goita doesn't want it to look like he's cracking down on the media and the political parties, and you know, unlike Ibrahim Traore, when they wanted this recently, they wanted to start it. It was a full campaign launch against him. He just took microphone stand like this. Everybody must understand that we are not in democracy, we are in revolution. Your nonsense, you must stop it. We are not in democracy, and anybody of you that think you can have your way through it will face you squarely. So Ibrahim Traore, he is communicating clearly to the people. Of course, so recently they launched a campaign with the media. They quickly elected somebody as the head of the media, pushed the guy to go and misbehave, say certain things against the military leader, and they already wrote article down waiting for the news to come out because they know that the guy will be arrested. The moment the guy was arrested, poof, the articles are out. Burkina Faso is arresting, the head of the journalist in Burkina Faso, blah, 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 blah. He came and said, after they arresting the guy, he came and said, hey, we are not in democracy here. So your freedom of speech, you must speak it with sense. You can't speak it anyhow, because we are not in we are not in disorderliness. Like Ghana here, we are in disorderliness. I can wake up today and I'll jam my hammer anyhow I want it. Tomorrow,
The media and then conduct a press conference, say anything and go my way.
So Ibrahim Traore was right. He said, no, democracy brings disorderliness. We need order to go on with the revolution. Mali, I don't know, but the military leader of Mali is trying to take things a little bit cool in a way. And I see the hand of the political class trying to overshadow him. They are influencing people. You know, you need to close their mouth in a way. Okay? When you speak bad on this platform, they'll shut it down. On YouTube, they'll shut it down. In the West, when a particular media speak a narrative that go against them, they can close it down. So in Africa, we also have the right to close media houses that speak not in our favor. Very simple. We also have it, the right to do that. When you do it, we don't talk. Ibrahim Traore said it. When you do it, we don't talk about it. When we do it, then it becomes a whole issue. So, which is what is happening in Mali. So the political class is they are forcing him to, turn the nation back to democracy, because through democracy the politicians can chop. Right now the politicians, they are not chopping. You close their mouth, so they need to push the nation back to democracy and then eat from the resources of the country. So that is what is happening in Burkina Mali. So the guy also said, look, this thing you people are doing, first of all, the nation is not safe. Terrorists everywhere around us. If you call election in this country right now, it will be a destabilization. You can't call an election in that nation right now. The day you are calling the election, that day terrorists will organize against you, because that is how they can break through. When there is, attention is gone away and the nation is focused on different things, these are the moment that they come in. So this is not the time to be calling for democracy. So I think Assimi Goita need to stand on his ground. So he's not banning them, but he's putting hand on all their activities for now, because they are trying to distort the nation. And that's what democracy does.
The other one, I think Niger or Mali. No, we just talk about Mali, right?
Yeah, that's Niger.
We just talk about Assimi Goita is Niger.
Yeah. No, it's Mali. Assimi Goita is Mali. General Tiani is Niger.
General Tiani is Niger. I hope they are also in focus. They are
Exactly. Yes, yes, they are focused. The General Tiani, they are focused a lot. He's doing a lot. He's much more because you need to first of all reclaim the resources of the country. So Tiani and Assimi Goita, both of them, they are much more focused on reclaiming their resources first, which is the first battle they are fighting. Burkina Faso is I mean, Traore is doing a lot of things at the same time. He is building factory with one hand, fighting the enemy with one hand. You understand? He's building the nation, fighting the nation, the enemy at the same time, and at the same time, bringing investors in. So he's like he's standing in the front, investors to come, giving hope to the investors, and these people are also trying to, sack investors away, and he's able to do these things. So he's kind of like different a little bit when it comes to his leadership. He's doing all the things at the same time.
Yes.
That's why he's popular.
Building factories, infrastructure, education. Setting up.
Exactly. He alone is reclaiming the mine at the same time. They are operating it at the same time. He's building, he's making sure that agriculture things are going well. He's changing and decolonizing the mine by changing the school education, the court system, the dressing system, the everything, the social life. At the same time, building the road, 5,000 kilometers per road yearly. At the same time, he's in the field farming. At the same time, he's fighting terrorists. At the same time, he's doing international. So we are dealing with a robot here.
Whilst Assimi Goita and Tiani are focusing right now on how to claim all their resources. Okay.
Yeah. So when you see in Mali particular, the fight is tough over there. The barrick gold, and there are a lot of things going on in regards to how he wants to reclaim. So they are reclaiming some of the mining sites. So they are taking things on the ground. First thing first, that is about Mali and Niger. But Traore is doing all things at once. Yeah, which is the reason why he's more popular. Because honestly speaking, even as I'm speaking to you right now, when you check Burkina Faso right now, the next day they are launching something. When you check, before you are done even doing story about that, they are launching another thing again. Before you go and check and come back, before you are done recording that video, you go there again. They are so.
It's yesterday or today. I think yesterday. I got to find out that now they are planting CCTV camera across the country.
Just like how Nana Jane, Jana.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like what Nana Ibiafu Jana has done in Dumesa. Now Burkina Faso is planting CCTV camera across the country, and at the same time, they are paving the grounds exactly as Nana Ibiafu Jana has done in Dumesa.
With immediate effect.
They are paving all the grounds because part of Burkina Faso is just a naked ground. Burkina Faso is naked ground. So whilst they are constructing the roads, they are paving certain areas. So you can see that the country is under construction and the lead contractor is Ibrahim Traore. But the reason why I chipped in Tiani and Assimi Goita is because I want us to know, or I want the people to be updated that they are not just in office as they've done, they've done the coup and they are just there occupying space. No, they are doing something, but the reason why they are not much in the news is they are taking it one at a time. And because I think Traore is the president of the Sahel region, or?
No, it's Assimi Goita.
Oh, okay. I thought
Assimi Goita is the president of the transition. The AES president is Assimi Goita. Niger president is the president of defense. Is kind of the defense, is on the defense angle. Traore, the man is just minding his business. You see, he's just minding his business, and he's much more focused on building his nation. One of the reasons why he's focused on the road is because if the roads are not constructed, the terrorists cannot leave the country. Like Accra highway right now, you can't see terrorists hitting the street because when the road is there, the place will be populated, activities will go on, street light will be on the way, monitoring everything. So that kind of thing. So it will chase the terrorists are mostly in the bush.
Okay.
You understand? So he's trying to make sure that this, copper, bushy village, he want to do road through everywhere. So it will be difficult. It will be scaring the terrorists away at the end of the day. And the fight also is going on. So I mean, he had a vision and he understands the game very well and know how to tackle it. So he's just going direct to the roots and fixing things. And then he's everywhere. He's not even talking.
Yeah. I mean, Survivor, we've talked much over almost 2 hours now. We will bring our conversation to a close down. And I think maybe a week today or during the weekend when we have time, we can just pop up with another version of our conversation. But I want us to talk about this. I and you, we are in Ghana, we are Ghanaians. And recently there was a survey by Afrobarometer, which is, I mean, saying that 56% of Ghanaians today prefers military regime. According to that, I mean, according to the Afrobarometer research, 56% of Ghanaians today prefers military regime. I can say 70 or 60% of the youth of Ghana today have never or have not witnessed a military regime before. We all just came to hear Henry John Rawlings, who happens to be our last military leader. We just came to hear the stories, read the history. But within the shortest possible time, what Ibrahim Traore is doing, it is driving majority of those that are in democracy. That thing, democracy is the only better governance system. Now they are getting interested in military regime. What will you say comparing democracy to the leadership of the military? Because I've seen one guy here who has come here with a comment with a comment that you are living in Ghana praising a pushes in Burkina Faso. So it tells you that some still sees Ibrahim Traore other way around because of the narrative they have that he did not got power through a democratic means, and for that matter he shouldn't praise him. What will you say comparing democracy to the kind of leadership going on in Burkina Faso now? Which one do we need?
Yeah, so somebody said, what is happening in Burkina Faso is not military rule, it is revolution.
Absolutely.
It's not military rule. With your democracy here, the only thing you can build is church, dam, for God. The only thing you can build here is church. The only thing you can do here is to sit in parliament and your parliamentarian will be, I mean, spending all your money. The corruption is what you can deal with here. The only thing you can do with your democracy here is to wake up one day and then your government will tell you that 1,300 containers are gone. And up to now, nobody is in jail. The only thing you can do in this country of democracy is to wake up and then they are telling you that, hey, taxpayer, well, the money we took from you to buy excavators, all of them, the excavators, they flew out of the country. I understand. The only thing you can do with your democracy is that you have the youth in this country, and at the end of the day, majority of them are working. So, some of them are working, they are not getting paid. Some of them are not even working, but there are ghosts, more than 1,000 who are being paid in this country. Ghosts are on payroll and they are being paid in this country. I'm telling you the truth. The only thing you can end up with democracy is debt. Debt that you are dealing with. Borrowing and begging. Beggy association. That's what you have become with democracy. Go to Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore should buy the equipment they are using to build the road, and you wake up one day and tell him that one tire is not there. So that is the response to the person talking about democracy over in the comment. Yes, it's very simple. So democracy is a deceptive package, or it's a deceptive lie. I don't know how to use the word, but it is a lie package and a diplomatic boss and presented to us. Democracy favor is a shield to protect those in power and leaving the rest of the people to suffer. Democracy, Timo Media will tell you that it allows the poor man who is being robbed by the system to be complaining as you are suffering along. No, but at least nobody hold you.
Yeah.
You are a slave, but you are free to complain. So democracy gives you the right to complain, but not a right to decide. You understand? Democracy, show me a nation that was able to build under democracy. China tried it, they reverse it before they're able to get to where they are. And Ghana for how many years now? Count the factories. So if you are practicing democracy for 60 something years now, and we can't count factories in this country owned by Ghanaians, we can't even talk about a gold refinery for Ghana, the Gold Coast, producing gold and have much more gold reserve than France, who doesn't have any gold mine. The only thing you count is churches. Democracy is not in Burkina Faso right now. It's the revolution. Within the space of 2 years, Burkina Faso can boast of how do you call it? Tomato processing factories, detergent factories. They are building their roads. Now they have, hospitals, mobile hospitals everywhere. To you here in Ghana with democracy, when your woman or your wife is going to labor, you have to take her to Patanko hospital over there. Burkina Faso, the mobile hospitals are there. One call, the mobile hospital are in, and then they are sorting the people out. Burkina Faso can talk about EV, electric vehicle today in Burkina Faso operating. So tell me, why won't the youth be tired? Before the Afro Barometer came out, Mahama has been shouting this long time. The moment Mahama came to office, this has been his story. He has been shouting about it, that our youth are getting frustrated and tired every day. Because democracy, which is supposed to be the best system of governance, is not benefiting them. He has been saying it. I can count at least about 4 times Mahama have been saying this. Africa Union meeting, the meeting they had recently, he went there and told them, our youth are getting frustrated. He came to Ghana here and said that, hey, the Ghana, you think what is happening in the other countries? I have the video, you think what is happening in other countries cannot happen in Ghana here? Our youth are getting frustrated. If you don't do something drastic to retain the confidence, listen, the confidence of the youth in our democracy, we are sitting on time bomb. Even before the Afro Barometer come out. So the leaders also know that we are tired. So it's not...
let me add something small to your definition of democracy. The worst of it all is democracy will divide us into groups and we turn against each other. Then all of us comes against the state. Now, typical scenario in Ghana here, when NPP was in power, those in NDC wishes those in power to fail for their party to come to power, thinking that when they fail, their party will come to power, forgetting that when they fail, the country goes back. Now, NDC is in power, NPP is in opposition. They are also wishing for NDC to fail, thinking that NDC should fail for people to say that, oh, NPP is good, forgetting that when NDC fails, the country goes back. So, democracy has divided us to the extent that we are enemies of each other against the state, but we don't know. Today, the most beautiful thing in Burkina Faso is all groups in Burkina Faso, being it tribes, being it religious groups, being it whatever groups, the only flag they know that stands high for them is the flag of Burkina Faso. But when you come to Ghana today, people hold their party flags high esteem than the flag of Ghana. They are both them.
Yeah, so if assuming Captain Ibrahim, I am very surprised that this conversation we are having here, my life go cry. I was not able to achieve shishi. Hey, Africans and support. Africans and support. Hey, Africans and supporting their narrative.
Some of these conversations they won't give to you. They won't support. They won't give to you. They won't. No. They won't. Next time we will bring a lady here. The lady will come and shake something for them. You see the number of gifts you get.
Africans and their support. Oh. Anyway, so assuming Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore is operating democracy, he will not get to where he is right now. Because there's going to be opposition telling us that the tomato factories that he wants to build or he wants to establish He just wants to produce the tomatoes and put it in his kitchen for his mother and the wife. We are going to have opposition telling us that the road he's about to build is just the fact that he wants to steal money from the country's coffers. We are going to have opposition telling us that, in fact, on the battlefield, they are not doing shishi. The only thing they do is that you go and catch grass cutter, eat, and then the nation is paying the soldiers for no reason. He can't even get there. The only thing the opposition will come and tell us that, oh, the Omo factories, that detergent factory that he's building is nothing. You know, he's trying to establish a business for his mother. So,
yeah. Right.
Recently, there's a medical doctor that came out. The medical doctor was very angry. That what is the meaning of this? You came to power. He was using BBC narrative. You came to power because you said there's terrorism, and then you took coup d'etat. You came to power. Up to now, you're not able to fight the terrorism, which means that you are not doing the right word, because by this time you should be able to finish with this terrorist thing. Burkina Faso. Captain Traore say, it look like this medical doctor know better than us. We need to send him to the front line to learn the business. So they catch him, give him weapon, and send him to the front line, so that when he got there, whether the military is trying or not, we will know.
Yeah.
Now, the journalist that was recently, you see, Burkinabe people, they are so awake. The Burkinabe people are so awake. The journalist that was arrested, the so-called Western journalist, let's say just Western journalist, that was arrested by Burkina Faso's leader.
Okay.
It was not Captain Ibrahim Traore that even called for his arrest. It was the people that called for his arrest. And do you know what the people are requesting? The people said no problem. Since he is now standing as the voice of the people, he is now claiming to be standing and speaking for the people. At this juncture, the place we want somebody to be standing in the gap for is the front line. So if you want to stand for us, go to the front line. So Traore should send him there. But they did not send him particular, they did not send him to. But that is what the people requested. That they should send him. The authority asked, why would they send him there? The population said, for all his talk, if a bullet fly over Burkina Faso right now, his talk cannot hold it. It is the soldiers. It is the soldiers that will save them. So all his activism, it cannot save any child from the face of gunshot. The soldiers, they are sure that they can save them. If a bullet is flying right now, a soldier will stand for the people to defend himself and put his life in the line. So they don't understand the reason why there are some people who leave their wife and children and facing bullet that can unalive you directly, protecting them to have peace in their country, and you will just be in your room cool and be using your mouth on them. So they should say him there. So you see how Burkinabes, you see the Burkinabes, they caught the revolution, which is the reason why TR0UBLE said for you to do coup d'etat and be successful, the atmosphere must call for it.
Call for it, yeah.
If the atmosphere doesn't call for it, you will fail. Because here we are in Ghana, example, and we have the majority who doesn't believe in revolution. And then one military man just took power. The way we will drag him, he will arrest everybody in the country. He can't succeed. You see, some people will be standing behind him though, but if we are not many, the rest of you can't succeed. So Rawlings was checking. You see, people have been blaming Rawlings. You can't blame Rawlings. He has been checking the time, the season. It got to a season where the whole population was requesting for democracy.
Yeah.
So you have to give it to them. If not, these same people that praised him yesterday will be pulling him down today. The enemy is going to use the same.
They started finishing him.
The enemy is going to capitalize on that to finish him. So what did he do? He joined the enemy and give you the nation. Let me also chop the money some. And then he give it to democracy. I did my best because you're not ready for it. You understand? And I mean, he understands the system, so he realized that this is what the system required at that very moment. So he give it to them. The time that he took over immediately, everybody was behind him. They were catching some of the ministers, beating them up, firing them. The population was happy. Hey. But it got to some time, the generation is transiting. The older people are going old, and the younger people who don't understand the value of revolution are beginning to request for democracy because they don't know what they are requesting for. Here we are, you and I, we are facing it today. 1,300 containers are missing. Excavators are flying. We are using $58 million to dig a hole. I mean, useless things we end up with. So that's it, bro.
But I mean, Survivor, I know we are coming to the end of our conversation. Do you know that up to date, people still doubt all going on in Burkina Faso, and some comes under our post and say, "Oh, you guys are hyping. There is nothing that much going on in Burkina Faso." Have you been, received or getting such comments?
Yes. So these people are people who they want to see magic. They are the impatient one. They are like, hey, this thing these people are talking about Burkina Faso. Immediately, when you go to Burkina Faso right now, everything is not glittering.
Yeah.
The nation is under construction. Odemaya went there. Look at the market Odemaya went to. Look at the environment. The road Odemaya stand on. Look at it. They are now constructing. Odemaya did not come and say, this country people are talking about, there's a problem. No, he came out to tell us that, look, the country is under construction. If a building is under construction until it got to lintel level of finishing, then you begin to see the beauty. Yeah. Now, BBC put out something, which I love so much. BBC said, Traore's revolution, or the social media is hyping him through some of the publications are good, they are genuine, but some are also misleading content. People have created Africa BBC, real one, and CNN. They are using AI generated words to say things that Traore did not say, to boost the revolution. They are showing buildings in Qatar that they are building it in Burkina Faso, putting the Ibrahim Traore picture on it. It's going. All of it is involved. We are all. You understand? So that is what it is. So everybody wants to push what is happening, and of course, all those things are happening, which I would say they are false narrative, but it has helped the leader also at the end of the day, because the same propaganda they are doing to tarnish his image, which to some of us we are trying our best to put the right narrative out there, but some people also are putting the BBC CNN version of Africa, the Africa version of CNN BBC also there to add to our own, and then we go.
Yeah. The last time we had this conversation back door that we have to plan and then visit Burkina Faso. Maybe possibly next month. We have to go there and let the people know that we are here.
Yes.
I hope you are aware of our trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those of you that are doubting, we will be going to Burkina Faso. We will update you when our time, when we are finally set to go there. We will be going there to give you first-hand information as the Maya went there. So when we are about to set off, when we finalize on that, then we will update you. A comment from the same, he said AI is very big. Yes, Survivor, I've been seeing Ibrahim Traore speaking fluent English. Is it him or is AI translated?
No, it's AI. He even warned people about that. He even warned people about that. He won. He told the people that they should be very careful about AI, because sometimes he will see himself speaking Spanish and he'll be like, when did he speak Spanish? And so some of the things is helping. According to Ibrahim Traore, his word, he said some of the things is helping to translate to break the language barrier, but at the same time, it's very dangerous. They can use that to say things that he did not say. People will believe it, and then it will become problem. There is a media on YouTube that I'm actually planning to expose one of these days.
Okay.
I'm watching them very closely because they are using AI to generate a lot of things that Ibrahim Traore is not saying. Of course, they are positive things, but Traore have not said any of those things. They even generated AI, Pope. If you see the new Pope giving message to Ibrahim Traore, even me myself, I've gone to download. I said, hey, Pope, Pope, no. Then I did my research. I say, hey, these people they nearly saw me.
So I watched the video. I even posted it on my YouTube, but later I found out that no, I have been scammed. It's AI. The video says Ibrahim Traore was almost poisoned through a tea coffee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is it the Burkina Faso media released this, or Ibrahim Traore said it in press conference?
Sure.
How did this person got to know that?
These people are happy. They are helping us though.
Ibrahim Traore almost got poisoned. So I'm like, people are also taking advantage to sell the message through AI with all sorts of narrations or all sorts of, exaggeration out there, but it's
all of it are welcome. We just want to get there. The same thing they are doing to us, because you see, our people they are doing it to us.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's what they are doing to us. BBC, that's what they are doing to us. We have a problem. They are painting Ibrahim Traore what he is not. And so we too, our people also say, okay, we too will paint him to look what we want it to be. We will force him to be what he have to be. Even if he doesn't want to be, we will force him to be that.
Oh my goodness. In fact, it has been a good. Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
We've done 2 hours, 17 minutes. Survivor, I think we
yes,
have
sir.
to here and rest.
Exactly.
So maybe our next meeting. I don't know your last words to all those watching us.
Yeah, so I think everybody right now, we need to be very careful about because right now negative stuff are going to come out a lot through the AI. And let me also put this on board before I go. Because of the use of AI, you are going to see some platforms promoting only positive things about Ibrahim Traore. All of a sudden, once they build the platform to grow very well, they are going to switch the conversation to negative things. And a lot of people are going to buy it because people already have the trust in those media. Some of these media houses are operated by the imperialists. So please be careful.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep, you are on point. Absolutely. All right. Then, family, people, those of you watching us through Survivor Media, those of you watching us here, in case you came late, this video will be premiered on YouTube tomorrow morning, latest by 10 a.m. on the Nation Anchor TV on YouTube. I will be premiering this same conversation from the start to finish. So in case you didn't come here early, you came along the way, you didn't chance on when we started, it will be premiered on YouTube at the Nation's Anchor TV. So if you are here and you not subscribe to the Nation's Anchor TV on YouTube, right from this conversation or right from here when we end, you can go to YouTube and search for the Nation's Anchor TV and then subscribe, turn on the notifications so that when we start to premiere this conversation, you will now understand where we started. Survivor, my brother, respect.
Respect.
Thank you
I appreciate that.
Tomorrow, let's talk behind closed door, okay? All right. Bye-bye.
All right, lovely family.
Greetings, family. We are done. Today, we hosted Official Survivor for 2 solid hours. And thank you so much. Those of you who shared, those of you who liked, we had 18.7K likes. And so far, we have 3.1 total views.
We had 228 diamonds, 5 gifters, 37 new followers. Thank you so much for coming on board. If you are here and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, just go to YouTube right now, search The Nation's Uncle TV, and then subscribe and be part of our community over there, and then turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our updates. Tomorrow morning, exactly 10 a.m., I will be premiering this whole conversation on YouTube for those of us, for those of our community or those of our people on YouTube to also get their share of this whole enlightenment, this whole conversation. We will keep on with Ibrahim Traore's conversation. We will keep on projecting, putting whatever going on in Burkina Faso out there. We won't stop. Absolutely, we won't stop. We will keep on doing this. Nothing can stop us, because we've already, said this to you, that we won't sit unconcerned. We won't sit and then act as if we don't know what is going on and allow history to repeat itself. We will not allow history to repeat itself. And we are not doing this alone. We are doing this with you. Those of you watching us, sharing these messages, sharing these platforms, supporting these platforms, supporting this campaign, we are all doing this together. I'm not doing this alone. We are all doing it together. The fact that I'm sitting here, you are watching me, does not mean I'm the one doing it. I'm doing it with you. If I come here and you don't come, whom am I speaking to or whom am I speaking with? We are doing this together. And if I come and you don't share, you don't like, who will get to hear the news, or who will get to, listen to me? So I think we are all doing this together. It's 11:41 p.m. in Ghana, late Friday night. I will need to go and then have some shower and rest. See you another time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.